Bienvenidos a lección 50 para la primaria superior. Analyzing the argument with Big Sister. The argument between Hermanito y su hermana mayor. As I was saying, even if these kids are 4 years old and 6 years old or 7 years old, they're still plenty old enough to have become really, really good at their language. When we look at the language that is used by young children, we can expect to see language that is advanced. So let's go back to Nando says, "No, mamá, Sandra dijo." Sandra said that yo hablo mucho. Sandra said that I talk a lot. Dijo. What are we going to have here? What's this? It's past tense of decir. Decir. So that would mean to tell, to say, to speak. But he says, dijo. Well, how do we know who we're talking about? It means said. But who said? Well, we're talking about Sandra. So in Espanol, we know that this means she said. We could say, Nando could say, ella dijo, she said. But in Espanol, we don't need that. All we need is this. Dijo. She said. Dijo. Dijo que tengo la boca grande. She said, I've got a big mouth. Sandra dice, mamá, Nando está cucú. Nando está loco. No sé por qué. I don't know why. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué turns into because if we do it like this. ¿Por qué? But when we take them apart like we had them, now we have why. Mamá, Nando está loco. No sé por qué. I don't know why. Nando, no, mamá. Sandra dijo que yo tengo una boca muy grande y que yo siempre. What do we have here? Always. She said, I'm always. Que yo siempre estoy. I am. Look, estar. Estoy. Estoy. She says that I am always, what? Hablar. Talking. Yo siempre estoy hablando. Y que yo hablo mucho y que... So she says that I'm always talking and that I talk a lot. Yo hablo mucho. And that... And Sandra says, no, mamá. Nando dijo, there it is again. Nando dijo that que yo tengo la boca grande y que, what are we going to do here? What is this? We just saw it. Que yo siempre estoy hablando. So he said that I'm always talking. Y que yo hablo mucho. Y que... Y Nando dice, no, tú dijiste. And so now we're back. See, this is like the word dijo, but it's dijiste. So he says, tú, you dijiste. You dijiste que yo hablo mucho y que yo tengo la boca grande y que and that. So let's go back up here. You said that que yo hablo mucho and that yo tengo la boca grande. Sandra dice, que no. Que sí. que no, que sí. So if you would like to practice having an argument with somebody, with your classmates or family, this is all you have to do. Que no, que sí, que no, que sí. Y mamá dice, callar, cállense. Callar. That means to shut up, to be quiet. Cállense. Now we have a command. Cállense. Hush up. Cállense. Nando, tú sí hablas mucho. What are we going to do with that? Nando, tú sí hablas mucho. Nando, you do talk a lot. Tú sí hablas mucho. Y tienes la boca grande. You do talk a lot. And you have a big mouth. Sandra, tú también tienes la boca grande. Tú también. You too. You also. Tú también tienes la boca grande. Y here it goes again. What's this? T-double-O. Also, or too. And you talk a lot too. So we go like this. Y hablas mucho. You talk a lot, and then we come back here and we get this. You talk a lot too. T-O-O. Nando, get out of here. Sandra, get out of here. You're all driving me crazy. Vete, vete, vete. She says to each one of them, vete. Nando, vete. Sandra, vete. Nando y Sandra se van a otra habitación. Nando y Sandra take off or leave for or go to another habitación, another room. Ir. Voy, vas, va, vamos, van. I'm going. You're going. She goes. He goes. We go. You go. And that's what we have up here. Van. So, Nando y Sandra se van a otra habitación. So they take off to another room, or they leave to another room. Now, let's look and see. What are we going to do? If we say they take off, first of all, we have van, which means they go. But if we do this, this means se van, they go, they leave, they take off. But if Mama wants to say, man, you guys are driving me crazy, and she says to each one of them, just one though, scram, get out of here. Vete. Vete. Now, even great parents will tell people, get out of here. You've got a big mouth. You're driving me crazy. It doesn't mean they're evil. This is just life. Even people who love each other very much will say that. Then she says to the other one, vete. Vete, she says to each one. Now, when she tells them, be quiet, callarse would be to hush up. One person or more person hushing themselves up, shutting themselves up, quieting themselves down. So she wants to say, she tells them, hush up or shut up. She's listened to their nonsense, as my mother would say. Such nonsense! So they pushed her to her limits, and she says, get out of here and be quiet. Actually, for me, shut up is a very strong word, but even great parents will use it because kids push them to the limits, and so it's not that big a deal. But we do try not to say that too often. In Spanish, we can also say tranquilos, which means everybody calm, cool it, tranquilos. So, if she is going to say to them both, be quiet, she says cállense. But if she says it to one person, she would say cállate. Cállate. And it comes from the word callar, callarse. To quiet oneself, to shut oneself up. And so she says to them, cállense. And she says, if she wanted to say to one of them, she'd say, cállate. Cállate is a pretty strong word, so what you do then, instead of making it real strong, here's how we get around it in Spanish. We say, callar, just like that, callar. Or we say, tranquilo. Or if we're talking to more than one person, tranquilos. And everything's just fine. Yes, cállate is pretty strong. Cállense, it's pretty strong Spanish. Callar, tranquilo.